Hi, my name is Marcia Meskimen. I'm the director of the IAS, and welcome to the virtual IAS, where I'm very delighted to be talking about next year's theme of time. I have with me today the four theme leads, and they're going to introduce the theme and the various events that are planned for next year, in light of the fact that we're going to be holding a community engagement event on Tuesday, the 5th of May. We'd like people very much to join us for this Zoom meeting. It is a virtual IAS event, but it's a chance for everybody in the university community to have an opportunity to get involved with the time theme before it begins to run next year, 2021. And we are really excited about this theme and know that many different researchers might be interested in it. So I'm going to turn over now to each of the theme leads to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Thoralf Klein. I'm a senior lecturer in Chinese and global history within politics and international studies in the School of Social Sciences and Humanities. And I'm saying a few words about the theme itself. It is probably obvious to everybody that time really is a notion of critical importance for any aspect of life as we human beings perceive it. We all kind of live with time and within time, and so time is something that dominates all natural and cultural aspects of how we see the world, and it affects us individually, both as social persons and as biological individuals. And this has always been the case, but then in recent decades, evidently, new things have happened, technologies have developed, economic needs have developed in a certain way, politics has developed in a certain way, which has increasingly highlighted how we constantly rethink time, reconceptualize time in the sciences, in the humanities, and also in economics. And thus, time in particular appears to us to be a fertile ground for interdisciplinary exchange. Now, when we set up this theme, this annual theme, we were thinking about two aspects. Firstly, we wanted to think about concepts of time, what we understand by time, how different academic disciplines, especially sciences, the natural sciences on the one hand, and the social sciences, humanities on the other, how they conceptualize time, how different philosophies of time affect also social and cultural change. In addition, we also want to look at the different pragmatics and uses of time. So how have different societies, different cultures, different ages, different generations conceptualized time, and how have they dealt with time over certain historical periods. Our main activities are organized into 4 workshops, and I will now hand over to my 3 colleagues to introduce the first 3 of those, and I will then introduce the fourth of our workshops.
Hello, I'm Alexandre Zagoskin. I'm a reader in quantum physics and the head of physics at Loughborough. And the first workshop is called Space-Time and Chronotope, How Disciplines Conceptualize Time, a trialogue. Well, time is first something really objective, independent on our interests, our wishes. On the other hand, we perceive time as individuals, and there is a concept of time which is built up by the society. Different societies sometimes have pretty different views of time, and this may influence the whole development of a particular civilization. So in this workshop, we are going to arrange a 3-side discussion on this between, say, physicists, social scientists, and philosophers of science, looking at what objective features of time as objective physical phenomenon are reflected and taken up by different higher level societal layers, how they shape and are being shaped by our practical experience. So this is going to be pretty interesting. You're welcome.
Hi, so my name is Peter Kawalek. I'm a professor of information management in the business school. And I'm here to talk about our theme, which is time, disaster, and decision making. So with this, we will engage with existing research networks across the campus, and we're looking out to build those links, and we're going to address disciplines eclectically: biology, mathematics, physics, design, political science, digital humanities, literature, inter alia. We'll be considering many interesting things. So many things fall out of this, but fundamentally, what is it to make decisions in compression under conditions of partial and dynamic knowledge? How do we respond to crisis? Think about the financial sector. Think about COVID-19 and climate. And then I think with a bit more critique, we'll consider, in a sense, a kind of crisis of society. Have we made a kind of crisis of society by enacting very fast financial transactions, for example? Hyperspeed, rapid news media, the measurement of everyone and everything in the workplace, so that, in a sense, time becomes commoditized in this kind of continuous, boundaryless phenomenon, consuming everything from every quarter in our lives. So I think with time, disaster, and decision making, there's something very interesting that we can kind of build together, and I welcome you into that. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arianna Maiorani, and I'm a senior lecturer in linguistics in the School of Social Sciences and Humanities at Loughborough University. And I'm here to talk about a little bit about our third workshop, which is Time, Text and Media. So what are we going to do? We are going to talk about time in relation to media and text, with a particular focus on digital media and digital text. And we are going to problematize the very notion of time. We question what type of concept or dimension time has now become. We would really like to reach out to a wide range of interests and disciplines and research areas: digital humanities, mathematics, media studies, English, history, politics, international relations, health science, gender studies, discourse analysis, linguistics, semiotics, and multimodality, and many more related areas. We really want to be inclusive and cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary, so you are really warmly invited to join us for our very interesting activities. Thank you.
So finally back to me and looking at the fourth workshop, which is titled Living in the Anthropocene, How to Deal with a New Epoch. And this is interesting because it brings together many strands from academia. There has been a consensus in recent decades that we have entered a new period, a new epoch, in which humans are making their imprint on any aspect of the world. And this is so interesting because it has been pioneered by earth scientists, by paleobiologists, but it all has also been picked up in history and in other humanities disciplines. So this is really something that we can look at from very different angles. And what I would really like to achieve with this would be a dialogue, in particular with colleagues working, for example, on issues of sustainability, and to think what it actually means. What does sustainable development mean? Because the idea of the Anthropocene, of the idea that there is actually everything that's happening on Earth is determined by human activity, and what we call nature becomes kind of subsumed under that. What does that mean for people who do practical work on issues of sustainability? And would this kind of new concept necessitate rethinking some of the assumptions of their work? We're aiming at a roundtable format, so at a relatively open format that would foster and provide room for dialogue. And I think dialogue is really crucial, in particular for this one. And the more people from different backgrounds we can actually get together to do this, the better the outcome will be. So we hope that this will kind of stimulate thinking really across various corners and ends of our campus. So really everyone would be welcome to join there. Thank you.
And it leaves that to me to say thank you to all of the theme leads for giving us a really exciting and illuminating idea about the nature of the time theme next year. At the end of this video, you will see a link to the Zoom meeting, and please, we welcome everyone. Thank you for listening, and we welcome everyone to come along to the community engagement event. Thank you very much.